Hey there. Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling like you said too much? That sinking feeling, wondering if you overshared? Trust me, you're not alone. In today's world, where social media and constant communication make it easy to spill every detail of our lives, it's crucial to know when to hit pause. My grandmother used to say, "There's a reason we have two ears and one mouth. Listen more, talk less." Today, we're diving deep into the art of knowing what to share, when to share it, and most importantly, when to stay silent. If you've ever struggled with oversharing, this video is for you. Before we start, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Now, let's get into it. How can I stop telling people? And when should I know I am an oversharer? There's a gray line. Pay attention to small things, especially when the conversation gets one-sided. Think about your privacy. Don't share it. People can use it against you. My grandmother used to say, "There's a reason we have two ears and one mouth. Listen more and talk less." How and when to stop? Don't share your weakness. People will use it against you in the future. I love to celebrate my accomplishments with family and friends after achieving them. Don't share when you start. I don't share my future plans with anyone but myself. I started many ventures in the past. All failed. I learned valuable lessons, but the key lesson I learned was that I was oversharing. I only share my side hustle after achieving certain results. First, I developed a habit of establishing that business with 100% effort, and if it still needed to work out, then there is no point in sharing. If it worked out, it's time to do a family barbecue. I will eat at the restaurant unless I have to give a huge tip. You're not eating at the restaurant to make someone happy or giving a huge tip. My father-in-law has a simple philosophy about tipping that I follow all the time. If the food is good and the waiter is really proactive about everything and also polite, I'll give a good tip. And if the service is adequate, there is absolutely no tip. With this mentality, I enter each restaurant. Now the question arises, do I have to give a tip each time despite the great service? The simple answer is no. Never put the key to your happiness in someone else. Don't change your way of living to make your parents or friends happy. Please don't spend your life doing something you hate simply to make someone happy, or they will feel good. That is a loser's mentality. I don't care what other people think, and trust me, most of the time they are even thinking about you. Prioritize your happiness over everything. When you are happy, you will make other people happy. It's not going to work the other way around. I don't like to share my material possessions. I like to keep my act of kindness secret. You don't need to share or brag about it. I used to share my struggles and studying hard to get ahead in life. I used to think it might motivate someone, but I don't do it. I think my character is enough to motivate. Stop and develop this habit of donating before you speak. Meditation can help you a lot. I tried it for 30 days. Make a list of safe topics to talk about. Does the person you're sharing with need to do it first? Develop a rereading habit before you send texts, emails, posts, etc. Recognize your oversharing emotions. Before sharing personal information, ask yourself if that person needs to know and what they may do with it. Be an active listener. Let the other person do the talking part. It's absolutely fine to talk all the time. Keep your responses short. When you overshare, you open up to criticism and judgment from others. Joy comes not through possession or ownership, but through a wise and loving heart. Buddha, if you just focus on a natural way to stay happy, listen more and talk less, no one is going to help you find out what truly makes you happy. You have to introspect and find out what makes you happy. Here is a little experiment. Go on a long walk, preferably in nature. Think, when was the last time you were really happy? What made you happy? Is there a way to repeat it? Is it worth it? Stop pleasing other people. It's not worth it. Oversharing can make you vulnerable to judgment, criticism, and even manipulation. But when you learn to listen more and talk less, you gain control over your own narrative. Remember, your happiness is yours to protect. Don't seek validation through sharing everything. Instead, focus on building, achieving, and celebrating in the right moments. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments, what's one thing you've learned about managing oversharing in your own life? I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay mindful, stay intentional, and most importantly, stay true to yourself.